So hey guys, and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be doing a really special Q&A because we have hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. It's still insane me saying that, it really is. So if you do go on to like this video, please smack that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single video. Right, without further ado, let's get straight on into it. So I didn't want to do another Instagram live just because I felt like it would have been a bit, a bit samey, me doing one so close to the last one. So I decided to do a Q&A just because when I hit the 100 subscriber milestone on Wednesday, I wanted to be as active with you guys as possible to celebrate. And I thought the best way to do that for me is a Q&A so I can celebrate with you guys on YouTube in this video. So before we get on into the questions, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to anyone who's ever subscribed, liked, or commented on any of my videos. It really does mean the world to me. And to hit 100 subscribers is still crazy. I can't believe it's happened. And you know, this has happened in 8 months, which is a really short amount of time to have hit 100 subscribers in. So again, I want to say a massive thank you. So I asked for questions on both Twitter and Instagram, and you guys really came through with the questions. First, we're going to be starting off with Twitter, so let's get straight on into them. So the first question we have is from Tom Scared on Twitter, and he says, are there any roller coasters you recommend certain seats rows for to get the best drop and what have you? Definitely. This goes from coaster to coaster, for me anyway. For roller coasters that have a lot going on and go a lot of speed, like Nemesis and the big one, I definitely prefer the back row. Every time prefer the back row, just because you get the most forces and you really get whipped around those elements. For more tamer coasters like the Swarm, I'd say the middle for me is the best place to sit, especially on the Swarm, the left side, because it's a wing coaster, you can sit on the right or the left. Definitely the left side for me on the Swarm. But I know it varies from person to person, but that's personally my take on it. Again, for roller coasters that do a lot, the back row, but for coasters that are slightly more tame, the middle is for me. Apart from the Stealth, actually. Stealth, I love the front on Stealth, just because you get pushed down the drop as you go over the top hat. But that's a great question. So the second question we have is also from Twitter, and this is from Adventure Aaron, and he asks, do you like Marmite? Yes, I actually love Marmite. I love Marmite on toast. And I also like Marmite in bagels, if I ever have bagels in as well. Marmite is great, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Please don't hate me down in the comments. Right, so the rest of the questions that I have are from Instagram, and the first Instagram question that I have is from Megan_Tazy_McClure, and she asks, what got you into your passion for coasters? So my passion for coasters personally started from a really young age. As a kid, I used to live right near the American Adventure, and I got to go to the American Adventure a lot as a kid. I have photos of my family taking me to the American Adventure and things like that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to source any for this video. But there are photos out there that I will share in a later video if you want me to expand on this more. And it was really that, just going to American Adventure. I got to go on my first inverting coaster there, which was a JCB with twin looper. My parents then took me to Lightwater Valley, where I got to ride the Ultimate, and that again whet my appetite even more for coasters. And then in about 2010, 2009, I got to go to Alton Towers for the first time, and that's really when I sat down and said, yeah, I'm an enthusiast because I want to learn about these coasters. I ended up researching Nemesis quite a lot because that was the first coaster that I went on at Alton Towers, and I was really interested in it, and I got to know the manufacturer, etc. So yeah, it's really from me going to parks as a kid and my passions for parks as a kid. It sort of continued into my adult life, if you will. But yeah, I really do love my roller coaster, and I really do love my theme parks. And again, that all came from when I was a kid. Great question there, though. I actually love that one. Okay, so the next question that we have is from FiddleQ12, and he asks, favourite Lego model that you have made? That is definitely my Wicker Man model. I absolutely love that thing. I tried to portray that as much as possible on the video when I made that video. If you've not seen that video, by the way, go check it out. It's on my channel. I absolutely love that model. You know, it's really big for a Lego roller coaster model. It's got a lot of detail in it, and you know, it's the one that I gel with the most, so I'd have to say my Wicker Man model. Right, so the next couple of questions we have are from the Icon Geek, and the first one that she asks is Alton Towers or Blackpool Pleasure Beach? This is a hard one. Why do you put me in this predicament? I absolutely love Alton Towers, and I'd say as a theme park, that is my favourite. You know, for the overall rides, the themes, and what they're going for. For the experience, while you're there, it would definitely be Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I've never had a bad experience at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Actually, I've never had a bad experience at Alton Towers. But the staff are so friendly at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. There is always this aura around the staff. They're always happy to talk to you. They can tell you that you're an enthusiast as well. And they really get into good conversations with you about the running of the park, about the different rides, how they operate, etc. So I'd have to say for theme and just a pure sake of it being a theme park, it'd have to be Alton Towers for me. But for the atmosphere, it's Blackpool Pleasure Beach every time for me. The next one she asks is tea or coffee. That goes without saying, definitely coffee. I wake up and I drink coffee every morning. I can't function without my morning coffee. I live on coffee. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you was to extract blood from me and test it, it would just be coffee, so coffee. The third one she asks is Nemesis or Nemesis Inferno. So it's got to be Nemesis for me. Both coasters are fantastic. I don't dislike either one, but again, it's got to be Nemesis. Nemesis Inferno, I feel like, has the better layout, but Nemesis itself, the experience and the theme around Nemesis is much better than Nemesis Inferno because of all the near-miss elements, because of all the different forces that you're getting on Nemesis, and the unpredictability of the ride as well on Nemesis over Nemesis Inferno. Again, it's got to be the original Nemesis for me. The next one she asks is my top 3 coasters. So I did a video on this where I ranked my top 5 roller coasters, but the short and sweet of it is in third place at the moment, it's definitely the Smiler. I love the Smiler, and I've loved the Smiler ever since it opened. It's a great roller coaster. It really is. The second roller coaster for me at the moment is Icon. Icon is fantastic. It's got some great forces. I really feel like it could do without the Heartline roll. I'm not a massive fan of the hang time on that particular element, but overall I do love Icon, and I'm really looking forward to getting a night ride on it later on this year when Blackpool Pleasure Beach open the park up for late night riding. Could it be number 1 at the end of this year? You'll have to wait and see. But my number 1 at the moment is Nemesis. Nemesis is so special to me. As I've said, it's the first roller coaster I've ridden when I went to Alton Towers. It's consistent. The experience you get on it is consistent. The forces are great. So, you know, number 1, Nemesis all day. So the next one that she asks, not a roller coaster question, but top 3 Pringles flavors. It's got to be 3 barbecue. Love the barbecue flavor. Sour cream, and then the ready salted. I love the good classic ready salted. Every time ready salted if I was to buy a packet of Pringles. But if Jenna, for instance, was to buy Pringles, and she gave me the option between the sour cream and the barbecue, again it would be the sour cream, but I do like the barbecue as well, just not as much as the others. So the last question the Icon Geek has asked is, whereabouts in Nottingham are you from? Also, my boyfriend lives in Nottingham. Yeah, so I am from Nottingham, for those who don't know, you know, Robin Hood and all that. I'm from an area at the moment called West Bridgford. It's quite a big area of Nottingham, I guess. I've lived in Nottingham all my life, hence why I lived near American Adventure when that was a thing. And yeah, I live in West Bridgford, to answer your question, and I'd definitely recommend coming to Nottingham when the Goose Fair is on. Hopefully, if the Goose Fair is running this year, I'll be at Goose Fair with my GoPro, so I'll capture plenty of on-ride footage for you guys, and I'll definitely have a vlog there. But definitely come say hi if you do go to Goose Fair and do see me. So the next question I have is from the Themist Extremist, and he asks, would you like to see Rita replaced? If so, with what? Definitely I want to see Rita replaced, because it's just an eyesore for me and it doesn't do anything for me when I ride the ride. If you want to hear more thoughts of mine of Rita, then definitely go check out my top 10 Alton Towers video. I pretty much say everything that I've got to say about Rita on there. But if I wanted to see Rita replaced with anything, it would definitely be an Intamin Blitz coaster or a Mack Mega Launch, just because I feel like you could do so much with those two coasters. You could have them weaving in and out of 13, for example, if Historic England let you knock down a few of the trees. You could have a few inversions on those models, and you could have a deeply themed experience if you moved the area around just a little bit. So, for instance, you knock down the shops and you move them elsewhere. You could definitely have something like Taron, which really excites me to say, actually, because we could have a Taron if Alton Towers, got their stuff together and really pushed for that. But yeah, it would definitely either be a Mack Mega Launch or an Intamin Blitz coaster. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't really want to see them, either of those coasters in that area. What I'd like to see is the Runaway Mine Train ripped out and those coasters be put there, because I definitely feel like a new addition to the Katanga Canyon is definitely needed. And either of those two coasters would be great additions to that area. But yeah, great question, thank you. Okay, so the final question I have, again, comes from FiddleQ12, and he asks, what are your thoughts on Fantasy Island's new spinning roller coaster? Yes, the Racer Spinning, whatever it's going to be called. I'm not 100% sure on the name. All I know is it's coming from Germany and it was purchased by the Mellers Group. Yes, so this is a Mara spinning coaster. I do really like the look of this coaster, not only because it's a new cred for me, but because I feel like it'll be a great fit for Fantasy Island. The only thing I don't like about it, though, is it's going to be a temporary attraction. I feel like this will be moved to a travelling circuit after its life at Fantasy Island. How long it's going to be at Fantasy Island, we don't know. Ice Mountain has been temporarily removed from Fantasy Island to make way for this new spinning coaster. So at some point in the future, I'm anticipating this spinning coaster to be removed and Ice Mountain put back in its place. So again, we'll have to see how long this coaster does survive at Fantasy Island for, but I'm really looking forward to getting on this brand new Mara spinning coaster. So guys, that's all the questions we have for today. I really wanted to say another massive thank you for 100 subscribers. Like I said at the start of the video, it just doesn't seem real, me saying I've got 100 subscribers, and it means so much to be able to interact with you guys on my different social media platforms as well. So definitely follow me on Instagram, and definitely go check out my Twitter. All the links are provided down in the description box below. But if you've liked this video, please do smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single video. Also, please do leave me a comment down below if you want to answer one of these questions yourself. I'd definitely be interested to hear your thoughts. Again, let's start a discussion down in the comments below. Again, guys, I wanted to say a huge thank you for 100 subscribers. I've been Ryan from My Coaster, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.